India's most celebrated director, S.S. Rajamouli sir, right here with us, NTR Junior sir, Charan sir, Alia Bhatt, and Mr. Senthil Kumar Bijli.
RRR, जी हाँ, नाम ही काफी है। फिलहाल जिस तरह से डायरेक्टर एस राजामौली अपनी अपकमिंग फिल्म के प्रमोशन में जुटे हैं, उससे ये नाम हर किसी की जुबान पर है और फिल्म का टीजर रिलीज होने के बाद से काफी चर्चाओं में भी है। लोग फिल्म का बेसब्री से इंतजार कर रहे हैं और ये इंतजार 25 मार्च को खत्म होने वाला है। जी हाँ, 400 करोड़ की भारी भरकम बजट के साथ तैयार हुई फिल्म के प्रमोशन के लिए एस राजामौली, NTR और रामचरण के साथ आलिया भट्ट भी दिल्ली के दिल कनॉट प्लेस पहुंची और फिल्म के एक्सपीरियंस को साझा किया।
So even if you take the stories of Komaram Bhim and if you take the stories of Alur which were in 1920s, whatever historical account we have is still written by the Britishers, right? Not by Indian historians. What we have is some legendary folklore that we have and historicals written by the British. That is not what I wanted. That is not how I imagine my freedom fighters to be. That's the reason I took a completely fictional account of their lives, Allur Sitaramraju and Komaram Bhim. There is a time in history where we don't know what happened to them. During 1920s, they went away from their homes, from their respective places. After 3-4 years, they came back to their respective places and started fighting against the oppression. So what would have happened in those 3-4 years? So many things could have happened. So I took my own tale of weaving this imaginary tale of fantastic friendship, fantastic enmity between these two forces, and how they inspired each other to become the ultimate freedom fighters they were. So there is an element of patriotism that runs in the story. There is an element of freedom struggle that runs in the story. But the main line of the story is friendship between these two legendary fighters.
Well, the experience, honestly, for me, I was pinching myself when I learned that I could be a part of Rajamouli sir's world. As we know, he is a master storyteller. The way he tells his stories, I think no one does. And the way he even tells stories on set, in between shots, no one does. I've never had that experience. The number of stories Rajamouli sir has narrated to me from Amar Chitrakatha, which I actually had no idea about the way, and he would just roll off his tongue. Like he would just come and just give a story, and another shot is ready. Then another story and the shot is ready. So that was a really, I think, one of my most memorable experiences. Because of course, acting, learning, growing, and just being extremely grateful for this experience, that's a part of it. But it's these moments that really stay with you, and they have really stayed with me. We shot for this film in 2019 and then in 2021 and now it's 2022. And I'm just really happy that finally the film is releasing in the theatres. And it's been a long wait. Speaking about these two, they have been absolutely amazing to me. Really, really warm, really, really caring. And like you said, they're such big stars, but they're so down to earth. And I think for the whole team, I'm a part of the film, but when you see these guys on screen, all created by Sir and everything that he's put together, now we're just waiting for that big screen experience. So now my most memorable experience will be when I see the film on day one, on the 25th of March.
He doesn't start something thinking it should be loved by each and every one, but it magically somehow in the end becomes that. And the first movie was Baahubali. And all of us are very glad to be part of this because the floodgates, as you said, has been open to all actors to experience the other Indian directors and other Indian directors from different states to experience us. So there's a huge boundaries that have been raised, and we are very fortunate to be in this era of experiencing other directors and they experiencing us.
Each and every day of RRR shoot we were together, so pretty much our experiences have been the same. And Tarak,
well, I should say that there were many moments in Chaplar which were challenging, physically, and we shot for this crazy action sequences there was this action sequence we shot for 65 nights, and but I think even Charan will agree, and he can say otherwise. But I think the most challenging moment for us was to please him, satisfy him, because he's one of those directors who will not. I think he's the only director. At least there's. I would believe that there are a few directors who would say, 99.9 is also fine. I'll take MLA, but he's like, no, I want my 100. You give me my 100, and then you move out of the camera. So that was the most challenging thing for us.
I think this is the first time that at least in India, a production house and a movie is doing a promotion with a cinema house, with an exhibition company on NFTs. It's a very new phenomena, NFT, and we're very privileged to get 2 posters and 4 memorabilia from the production house, and duplicated them. We'll have about 300 NFTs. We're not selling them. These are all part of a contest. We're going to be doing a massive contest. The contest date ends, I think, end of March, and the winners will be announced 10th of April. And I think there'll be more and fans out there who would love a piece of this history, actually, almost that's been created, which is this film, which is a phenomenal film. And to own a piece of that in the form of an NFT is something which is going to be something which a lot of fans would want.
कनॉट प्लेस के बाद RRR की स्टार कास्ट को देखने के लिए फैंस की भी जबरदस्त भीड़ नजर आई, तो इस स्टार कास्ट ने उन्हें भी नाराज नहीं किया और हाथ हिलाकर सबका अभिवादन किया। आपको बता दें कि ये फिल्म भारत समेत दुनिया भर के लगभग सभी सिनेमा घरों में रिलीज होगी।